Hello everyone, Rocket here, playing a little game known as Rift. It's an MMORPG. What I wanted to show you here was something I'd built with my friends maybe this time last year. We had a good blast just doing this. This was one of my favourite parts of the game, so I thought, hell, we'll make a tour. Basically, we built a guild hall, and in this game, when you have your own guild hall or your own house, you can add your own shit to it. So that's what we've done. So I want to welcome you to the Gods of Death Guild Hall. And yes, it's a tavern, because we love to have a drink. Basically, the whole area was empty, and you got to add your own stuff to it. The only thing that they had in here was this little house and a little barn over in the distance. And that's as far as our land goes. And that was already here, and everything else we built ourselves. For example, that signpost makes it look like it's a tailor's. Weird. But, yeah, it's the only signpost we had. Over here you got these green random balls. And a little bench that I made. You just got two bits of wood together. And you make it, and then you get these pillows. Because that's a separate butt from going numb. Over here we have a little table. Bread and a kettle. Someone have their own hot drinks outside. Inside, you got the main area. This was all empty. We built the staircases, we built the flooring for a second floor upstairs. This table, this is our guild table. I'd sit at the end for whenever we had meetings. I have a different chair to everyone else. It's much comfier than the others. It's ergodynamic. At the bar, we usually have our barkeep. Ash makes a good brew. He'll make something out of apples and honey from the bees that we keep in the bar. These are fancy jukeboxes. They don't look it, but they are. Yeah, he'd make some nice honey wine or maybe some cider. Lovely. And then over there, just jump over my table, you can see the fireplace that we got going to warm yourself up in the winter's night. Upstairs, watch out for the low beams. Our resident craftsman decided that he'd turn this into like a shrubbery room to help you relax. Very feng shui is our way. He loves his feng shui. And this was going to be another room, but we never got that far. So I'm going to exit now and take you right in the back, where we have a lovely waterfall feature. Isn't that beautiful? That was here when we moved here. That's why we wanted to buy this place. There's also a man-made cave. And you can see some steps leading up to the back of it. And we also have this giant tentacle growing out of it. You can grow some lovely strawberries on that tentacle. And you can see our ship. That's for when we want to go out to the ocean and have gangbangs. We can do all sorts of illegal shit out there. So the next feature, every good guild hall's got to have it. You'll have a training area. Here we have the training area. You can practice your damaging attacks on all these guys. Beep. I don't know why I'm pressing. I'm just pressing them at random. And each guy can take more damage than the last. I think this is our biggest, heaviest one. Death to you! That's enough death to you. So, yeah, that's our training area. Notice how the music got all dodgy. Over there we have a barn. We haven't really utilised the barn. It's just where we keep our horses. So, the next part of the tour I'm going to show you is the secret location. Not many people know of this. We usually reserve this for guild members only. But since I don't see us coming back to this game, which I'll explain to you in a bit, why not, I'll give you the tour. Basically, you start off with all this land, but what you don't think is, you've got all above, that's just a tree. Above us, you've also got some land. We own everything above. And below, I guess, if we could get there. So what we did, we decided to build into the mountain. So we spent months renovating this place. And we lost many good men along the way because we didn't give them safety harnesses. If they fell to their doom, they fell to their doom. But there was water underneath till I built the cave. So if they fall from up there, they just land on the cave and that's all their bones crushed. We then use them in the next dinner that we make in honor of them. So here's the first candles that we get to. Candlelit vigil for all the people who died making this lovely guild hall. I'll take you further up. You can wash under here. Lovely. Lovely little wash. Why am I stood like this? I stood like I'm surfing. I'll carry on anyway. Got some shrubbery. It's growing randomly. It's a big alien plant thing. This was a hard part to do. Trying to get it to curve around here. Again, I laid the foundation down for it. And then I had my good pal engineer, Way. He basically smoothed it all out. He also built this little house for himself. Where he's got his little study. This is where he keeps all the coin. Because he's our master of coin as well. And then over this way, you had his little... He was making a little airship base here. Where he could fly away if we ever got attacked. Because he was a bit of a coward our way. Good at building. Bit of a scaredy cat. And that's where he'd used to sleep. He used to say this is where the magic would happen. But it never did. So onwards and upwards. Climbing up this hill then. Even further up. You gotta watch your step because there's no barriers. Got a fancy thing there. No barriers going up. So at any point you fall to your death. It means you're not worthy to come up here basically. Because we sent all our new members up here as part of a trial. If anyone fell to their death, they didn't deserve to be new members. Past a tree. It's growing on the side of a mountain. You can see for miles if the rendering was good enough. But it's not. This is an old game after all. Maybe 6, 7 years old. So up here, we have another little candlelight thing I mentioned for the other one. Basically this one represents all the new members who join us. They make it this far. Usually I'd have Ashley up here waiting to greet them, donned all in black, like some kind of visage of death himself, ready to take them on as his embrace. Did I mention that the guild name is called Gods of Death? Because that's who we truly represent here. I mean, there's a god of death in the game, but he pales in comparison to our gods. And the leader of our god, we keep a shrine for. You're thinking, is this the shrine? No! Ah, if you believe it's not. Usually, if we get the new guild members up here, they would take off all their clothes, and we'd beckon them to follow us. This is the start of a ritual. Because I can't show you the ritual, because I got no one around me, obviously, I'm going to have to just take the quick option of showing you through. So basically, you go through this dragon skull. Here's a big mighty death dragon that we killed. Kicked his ass. Around my hammer, straight up his gullet. And broke his balls. And usually, if we have older members, they'll be over here sat on these chairs, or being forced to stand if they're lowly new member scum. But for the newest potential members, we have them follow us up these steps. Remember, they're completely naked. And we start a little ritual. Hailing our Lord and Saviour. The God, true God of death himself. We only call him the true God. For his name cannot be said. If it is uttered, the earth shakes. And blood appears everywhere. It just starts bleeding everywhere, the whole earth. And people and old nanas die. You wouldn't do that to your old nana. So this is where we sacrifice them, on our table. The new member's soul gets sacrificed, and then they're forced to dance on the table. Everybody joins in at that point. Everyone naked dancing. In front of our true God. So, that's been the tour. That's the whole tour. I got nothing else to talk about. You can see we're still building out this way. I was leader of this guild. We had over 50 members at one point. It was great. But my two fellow founding members left. They just had busier things to do with their lives. And I can't blame them. I mean, this game has passed its day. I mean, I'll give you an example. Let me turn the UI on. UI? UI? UI! When you first come on now, I was greeted by this. It wasn't a screen like this, but basically, see where it says the World Pack 76.49? That's 76 quid for a DLC. That grants you one extra class, basically. That was it. What's it say? It gets you an extra class and 30 days free play. You'd expect 30 days free play if you're paying 76 quid. And you get a mount. And who gives a shit about that stuff? 76. I've never known anything that crazy. So I was really disappointed to come to a screen telling me I should buy this. Also, they've started doing this thing, right? They've added a new currency. Like you have to be a patron only. So they want you to pay monthly. Like best value, 83.88. That's no good. What if you only want to play for like 1 month? You just wasted like 70 odd quid. That's no good. What are all the benefits? You get affinity points, bonus currencies from dungeons, and experience. The PvP. PvP is broken in this game, by the way. And XP boost to help you to level to 60 and beyond, because the highest level is 65. And yeah, it's just not really worth it. They've ruined it. They've added a new currency for patrons only as well, which you need if you want to buy like half the stuff. I can't find it right now, but they've added a new currency. I think that's what the affinity points are. And also, yeah, when you try and join a dungeon, you have to pick a random one. If you go to pick a specific dungeon that you want to do, say that you hate doing certain dungeons, or if you want to do a specific one with lower level friends, for example. Because on this game, one of the things I loved about it was you could play it as any level. You can change your level to how you want once you've reached it. So say you're level 65, you got a friend who's level 30, you can stick your level down to level 30 to help him out. And you could do level 30 dungeons together. But now, you have to pay monthly if you want to do that kind of thing. Because all you can do now is pick random dungeons. Which isn't as cool, because I used to use the specific dungeons all the time. Also, they've done the same with PvP. Look! If you hover over it, it says you have to be a patron. So that's the things that have annoyed me the most about this patch. So, I don't think I'll be coming back to this game while they're ruining the free-to-play experience like this. So anyway, let's turn that back off. I want to say thanks for watching. I tried to do an emote while the UI is off, but it didn't work. I think I just opened my bags. Thanks for watching, everyone. And I've been Rockape, your host. I hope you've enjoyed the tour. I hope you haven't minded me ranting at the end. Okay, goodbye. Bye.